We hear a lot about the housing crisis, but what does that actually mean? Well, here in Exeter, we know that one-bed accommodation is by far the greatest need. It outstrips any other need, with over 1,000 people waiting for that type of accommodation. What that means for people in supported housing, like at YMCA Exeter, is that once they're able to live independently, there's nowhere for them to move on to. One of the only options for our young people currently is to get into private rented accommodation. But this is really tricky. You have to have a deposit, you have to have rent in advance.
It was difficult because trying to find somewhere in Exeter to live is very, very expensive. It's not just me, I think it's mostly everybody. They find it somewhere difficult to live because of the prices.
What we're trying to achieve is to turn this building into 26 studio flats. This will be called Sidwell Studios and will be open to anybody that's reached the end of their journey in supported accommodation and needs to live independently. It'll be right here in the city centre, where they work, where they live, where their community is.
We've started a campaign called Establish 2022 for our Sidwell Studios project.
This particular project is going to help address the shortage that we have in enabling people from our young person supported scheme to move on into more independent living spaces.
So to turn this abandoned warehouse into 26 studio flats for local young people is going to cost us £2.7 million. We've already raised 85% of that, so will you join us in raising the last 525,000?
I reckon it probably would be a nice step for people because it gives people time to think of what they want to do in the future.
If I could find my own flat in Exeter, then it would just be perfect.
By wisdom, a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. We firmly believe that the rare and beautiful treasures that will be filling these rooms are those young people, enabled to move on from supported accommodation into their own self-contained, quality, affordable flats.